So now I'm going to show a pivot table. So take the table you already have, and then you say insert, you say pivot table. You go, so from range or table or from external data. So we already have our table here, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to say, yeah, I got the table. We have a table. You can change the name of the table right here. So sometimes, oftentimes, you just stay the default, but it's a really good practice to make the table a name that you will remember, or something that's meaningful to the data or the table itself. You know, something that has a. So when you go to search for the table, when you have a, but normally it's not a big deal if it's just one simple sheet. But if it's starts to get large and complex, like knowing what the table names, when you have a meaningful table name, it helps. But when you go insert, like when you have multiple tables you're pulling a pivot from, so insert table from range, so that's table 2. So I'm going to say new worksheet, so I'll pull up a new worksheet and put the pivot table in the new worksheet. So there it is. So it opened up a new worksheet. So you see it opened up. So sheet 1 is the table, sheet 2 is that. If you want to move the sheet, you can just click hold and move it like that. You can rename the sheet by rename right here. So cells table. And then I can rename this sheet, this pivot, so cells pivot, something like that. And a pivot table is just a fancy way to, so you take your data and you can, so see it popped it down rows. I can put the region in the column section. So when I have the region, the column section, then I can put cells, the values down here. So I can see it summing up the cells. So bill, just grand total 2 if I, had a bill in multiple regions, right? So if I insert bill, was he south already, so I put bill in north and give him 4, and then I'll insert more here. And you can go here, say insert sheet rows, insert cells, yeah. Oh, look how, see, I messed up my formatting, huh? Yeah, so I cleared the, well, I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, so I'll have Bill be in the east too. He's gonna be a high performer. Yeah. Where were you before? North, go west. Say 6. All right. Then go to pivot, but it won't show up right away because you have to. Here you go. Refresh the data, and then once you hit refresh right here, after you're on pivot table analyze, hit refresh. Boom. It'll update the information. All right, so that's a basic how you do pivot table. Then you can do a pivot chart and say I want to check this out. So you can do a chart like that, like that. You can do a line, various line graphs like that. You can have that. That's percentages. So that one. What's that one look like? So I don't think that one's as meaningful. I think the bar graph in this, you do pie chart, like that, or so normally when you want to take out like a certain segment of a pie chart and you can break it down, like if it's really tiny, or you want to highlight the important section, you can pull it out and say, hey, look at this, like you can pull it out in different, you can have a ring That's good for certain information. It's a little harder to read sometimes, but it's good in various situations. But we'll do column. I think this one is that one's kind of cool. Nice. I think it's gonna do that one. But then I'm gonna go design. Don't want that. Alright, so let me see quickly that. So various things you can do with it. I don't like that, so I'm going to change chart type. So I just right clicked on the chart and had that selection. Let's go back to here. I think that might be better. And I can if you want to pull that stuff back, you just go to pivot table, analyze, and then the field list will pop back up. You want, so see the buttons right here. I want filled buttons or no filled buttons. Oftentimes you hide those, and like sometimes you can put like one more thing. Let me see, filter. Oh yeah, I need to. Sorry. Fill this. I wonder if I can put. Oh. See if I put the region on there. So sum of cells for that, and then I can select the region like this. So I like to select multiple, and then you can say I'm just gonna pick. I want to see what north and west did. So the people from the north and west and what cells they made. You know. And then for the pivot design format. Yeah. So, and then so that's there, and then I think let me see. Yeah. Yeah. All right, different ways to do it. If you had information you don't want to show up on the sheet, but you want to filter by it, you put here. You can add another column of like region to filter it in the table. So I can put another region for filter region type thing. So I can just copy, insert copy cells. This won't work because it would move the cells in the table worksheet. So I'm just gonna hit escape to get rid of insert. All right, copy. Paste. Column. Region. filter. All right. And then hit design, pivot, analyze, update. So now I have region filter, boom. So I can filter by region without it affecting here, and then shows up here too. I can get rid of hide field buttons on chart, hide field button, hide value field. There you go. So that's just, I hid the value fields, but I kept the other. Let me see. So you can keep this if you want to keep them the ability to filter out the names on the chart, or you can hide it. So, and just, it was the hide access field buttons and hide legend field buttons. And I kept the filter, and you can do the same sort of thing for all of them. And you can have it like this, or you can do the various different things. All right, there you go.